right, so we're gonna go through, rank all of the heroes in season 6 today. Kyle is currently sitting in Celestial. I'm GM1, so we have a pretty good understanding of where things are at, we think. So
I think.
yeah. Starting off, Captain America.
Captain of Freedom. Hmm.
I would say that he's kind of not as great as he's been in like past seasons. Nothing like inherently like happened to him. I just think there's better dive tanks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I think you'd rather play like a Rogue or a Venom or even an Angela.
Uh-huh. I don't know about Venom, but the other one, he still can do his job, provide another support alt for the team, stall cart, but he can just get moved a lot now. The stuns are out of control, but I still think he's a pretty solid character.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad at all. I mean, he gets his ult a little bit faster now with the cooldown reduction of his E, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he's like low A, high B.
I was thinking B.
Yeah.
Mid B.
Tanks are just generally kind of in a weird spot right now.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange got some great buffs in this patch because he was feeling like a taxi driver for a while there. And
Only used for Portal.
literally, and you were at a disadvantage if you were playing Strange, because then it's like you can't swap around. You know, a good team will kill the Strange last just to prevent TPs, especially on like Convergence.
Yeah.
But increasing his Maelstrom of Madness so that he can potentially one-shot out of support ults, and then you are more familiar with his movement one, if you want to kind of talk about that one.
Yes, so with the movement, you can, like, if the supports are close to you, you just gotta click it really fast, and you'll just be right in their head. Or if the supports are playing really far back, and it seems like you can't get an ult off, you can move really far and get to them now. So
I even saw
they
a
can't play too
clip
safe.
of I think it was Boger, like doing a backwards ult, like just with so much momentum.
Yeah.
Where would you put him though? Because I still don't think that he's like a top tier, but I feel like he's probably above Cap, right?
I would say he is above Cap. A tier, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
He still gets shredded pretty easy. He has his counters and Emma and stuff like that. So I would say he's high B, really high B.
Yeah, and stopping his ult is still relatively easy between like Invis push, Luna freeze, like you said, Emma grab. So now the motherfucking Groot.
That's my guy.
This dude, ever since they gave him the unstoppable effect on his Iron Wall, has just been so strong. And with dive being a lot better this season, it makes him even better because I'm gonna be honest, these dive players refuse to swap to anything that breaks walls. They refuse, and it just shuts the rest of the team down.
Yep, and he can kill through support ults really easy. You ult any of their supports out of ult, the rest of the team looks at them, they die very quickly. His one flaw, though, that he has is when you are getting dived, he can't really help with that because you don't want to wall the supports off from each other. So you just want to try and focus more on the front line. So, but I think that's where his one flaw is. But he's really strong right now.
Yeah, and I mean, once enemy, like if the enemy team starts swapping to things like Squirrel Girl, Punish, or Moon Knight, it does cause like you have to get off of him pretty quickly. Like it's hard to play into multiple of those because unless you have high sustain, like if you're running like Jeff Cloak, you're not keeping a Groot alive. Like you're not.
Yeah.
But I think he is easily an S tier tank right now.
I
sure.
would say so. Yep.
Hulk got some buffs this season. I know his alt is he can't be pushed or displaced in his alt. He can still be like frozen and slept and stuff like that. So they gave him like half CC immunity. They made his jump a little bit better, and there was something else. Didn't they like reduce his shield cooldown?
His clap.
Oh, okay. Which the clap inherently gives him more shield. So I still think Hulk's neutral play is still pretty mid, though. I think his alt still like hard carries this character.
Yes, I think the buffs were very much needed, but I think he needs a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't really know what else you give him besides maybe just making him do a little bit more damage. Like he's annoying, but I feel like he's very easily counterable. Like if I'm playing Cloak, I can just sit there, throw Bubble at my feet, and hit him with my daggers, and that like healing AOE will keep me up.
Yeah.
But it's ult though. Like don't get me wrong, that
Yeah.
whew.
A good Hulk player with that ult, yeah, good luck moving.
Yeah, like if you're getting juggled, it is literally impossible unless you have like a movement ability, like if you're Rocket like dashing away or something. But I don't know where I'd place him though. I don't think he's above like Cap. I don't know if he's C tier though.
Yes, I agree. I believe he's below Cap. Definitely not F. He's in between that C and B range, I would say.
We'll put him in C for now, and we can maybe adjust if things are looking. All right, I don't think we really need to talk to we'll talk about it, but he's just going in S tier. I mean, best
No
take in the
nerfs,
game
2
since
bubbles
the
still.
release. Yeah, the double bubble gave him just stupid amounts of utility. His team up with Gambit is so strong. I'm glad they brought it back though, because the one with Wanda before was cool, but just Wanda. You're the mag man over here. I mean, anything else?
I mean, no, not much. He can do everything. The
His
only
ult
problem,
counters so much too.
yes, is when they don't have much to charge his ult though, is when you kind of like you don't know when to use it. I would say, but
Yeah, I would say his biggest downside is playing into like a lot of melee. Like heavy brawl, he kind of struggles a little bit with.
yes.
But
I
even
would
then,
say
it's not bad.
I'd say he's the best solo tank in the game still.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
One of my favorite interactions is when Mag ults like an Angela ult or a Groot ult. Those are always the best.
Yeah.
Ugh. Penny Parker. Now this one is an interesting one because she is, I'm pretty sure, the highest win rate tank in the game, if not the highest win rate character, with one of the lowest pick rates. And so it just makes her this demon in the right hands, but the average player gets so little value out of her. And they nerfed her very heavily this season by removing her team up with Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Spidey team up's all that good. Gives him
No.
a little bit of overshield if he lets it pop on himself, but
And all she does is get back the 50 health that they took away from her, I think in 5.5. So I definitely am seeing a lot less Penny now, but I still have to respect the Penny one tricks.
yes, there's a good amount of them too, and you just hate to run into them.
Yeah. So I'm kind of A tier, or do we put her like
I was
B?
thinking A.
Okay.
Still,
Yeah. I think she definitely runs those lower ranks a lot too. Where people just refuse to shoot the Penny Nest. And like I alluded to earlier, when we were talking about Groot, dive is a lot better, and so that makes Penny have a little bit more of a niche as well.
she just forces people to play around her, which is very valuable.
All right, your main man Thor.
That is my goat right there. That's the easy S tier.
I don't know if he's S. I would say he's like an
don't know.
A tier. So being able to move with his displacement was a crazy buff that I remember when we read that patch note, we were like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
But it ended up being really impactful. On top, I think if it was that alone, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But with every other buff that they had given him previously, to his right click, to his E, to, making his rune, his awakened form faster, like all of that just made that buff that much better.
Yes. His ult's better.
Oh, I forgot about that as well.
Yes, and then when he cancels his awaken, he still has another hammer to use. He's got a lot of buffs.
I still don't think that he has gotten away from the I still look at him as a big DPS. Like I still
Yes,
don't really see him as a tank.
He can displace a lot. He struggles into Groot with his Iron Wall down, into Emma, into Thing, to Angela. Not really much Angela, but he could struggle sometimes.
Yeah, CC
but-
causes him quite a
Mhm.
problem.
But if they're running Strange, Magneto, he could just bully them.
And that's kind of why I'm leaning more towards A tier, just because there's a lot of counterplay to Thor.
Yeah, I can see high A.
I don't know. I'm gonna put them right below Petty. I think they're pretty
Okay.
equal, though. I think they're pretty equal.
Mhm.
All right, Venom, controversial take worst tank in the game right now.
I agree. That's why when you mentioned him and Hulk, you compared them. You said Venom's a little better, or
Venom-
maybe Cap. You said.
I think Venom just has. He has like different traits, right? So he has kind of the survivability of Cap while also having like better damage than Cap, you know? But I just think that like you can play Cap without any other dive. Playing Venom without any other dive is a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want a Daredevil or a Spider-Man or a Magic or just something to go with Venom. Otherwise, it's like you're just kind of feeding.
Mm-hmm. His best part about him is he can usually always pop his E, always get out, and always just create havoc on the back line
Yeah.
and allow for the DPS to come in and finish the kill.
And I mean, his ult's not bad with the anti-heal. It's definitely something that you have to be afraid of. I mean, it does a decent amount of damage, especially if boosted by something like a Luna ult or Mantis or something. I mean, it's not to be slept on.
Yeah.
I don't think I would put him in F tier though. I do just think he's below Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Like still definitely a playable character.
Yeah.
Now, the old worst tank in the game has definitely come up.
Yes, he has.
These thing buffs have been crazy, giving him the making enemies vulnerable on top of doing percentage damage, and then his grounded just being that much longer. I mean, he's a hard counter to Venom, like straight up.
Yeah.
Haku said L tank, by the way, on our Venom.
No, that is. That's a good take there.
But yeah, so Thing, he's really good into like the shield tanks like Mag and Strange. And I even see a lot of like diving Thing, unironically. Like he just kind of runs down the backline sometimes.
Yeah.
But
He still struggles with like heavy damage.
heavy
teams.
poke, Hawkeye is awful for him.
Yeah. But against Brawl, he's very good. Into like Angela, Bucky, not much Bucky, but he'd stop him being able to get hooked in is very big for him.
And his anti-dive, you know, BP, Spider-Man, Daredevil, like he shuts all of them down just completely.
Yeah. His ult is also good for countering support ults at the right time. If you're getting run down by Gambit ult, click it, you know, it could work very well.
And with his right click doing like a AoE, he gets that ult really fast.
Yeah.
I would put him, I think he's like high B, low A, just because like into poke, you are useless.
Mm-hmm. I would probably put him below Strange, but above Cap.
I can see that. I agree. Emma Frost. They gave her some buffs this season that I don't think they needed to.
I could agree with that.
Granted, it was only to the charge of her beam, but Emma's just really oppressive generally, and I think that the devs went and said, "Oh, Emma's win rate's kind of buns right now. Let's make her better." But I don't know. I don't think that really had too much of a like. Her win rate was low, but
It's just because she's so easy to play, and she's like a lot of players' go-to tank.
And I feel like a lot of people tried to force her into a solo tank option a lot of times when she really isn't built for it.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that she has 400, and once that shield's gone, she has no diamond. You know, you just kind of shoot her, poke her down.
Yeah. And then you can bait out that diamond form like relatively easy, and once that's gone, I mean, it's really easy for like the brawl to come in, or even like strange alt. You just gotta bait it out, and then he's free to do what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I still think she's S tier, but I think she's the lowest of the S tier tanks. Like she's barely hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
Angela. Oh, this terrorist.
I hate Angela.
I hate Angela so much. When she first came out, I remember everyone being like, "Yeah, this sucks, and she doesn't belong in the game." And I call it Wolverine syndrome. That's what I'm calling it. Like, because everyone thought Wolverine was ass, and they're like, "Oh, displacement's really strong." And I don't know why we went through the same thing with Angela. Why did we think that she was gonna be bad?
Any character that has that much amount of displacements, just you can't fix it.
Yeah, people just looked at her like raw damage numbers and were like, whatever. But the thing that really makes her as strong as she is that she can displace multiple people at a time. Not unlike Wolf, who can only do one unless he ults. She can get 2 healers and take them wherever. Mainly the tanks, though. That's her big one. She likes to grab those and throw them off. But I would say she does have some, like, there's decent counterplay. Like you alluded to earlier, Thing is really good, and Invis just shuts her down completely.
Yes, and Groot, like, if he has his Iron Wall up, it takes her a minute to break that if she sees it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I mean, even, like, Emma with, Diamond Form can, be annoying. Granted, like we said, it's pretty easy to bait that out now. But I do think she's an S tier character. It's just she's very... When you're playing her, you need to know when to get off. More than, like, any other character, I would say. You think she's above... I think she's above Emma. Below Groot, probably.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. That works.
Rogue. I don't have much of an opinion on this character. This is one of the characters I've played the least, and honestly, I haven't seen her too much this season.
I've actually been starting to get a little bit more into her, and I've been learning some combos, and I think she's pretty good.
They did reduce some of her cooldowns this season. Or no, they didn't change her, did they?
No, they didn't.
God, those fake patch notes.
Fake ones.
Those fake patch notes be getting me all the time.
Yeah, I'll miss her and be like, oh wait, I thought that was supposed to be a 20-second cooldown now.
Her team up, I've heard, is quite strong. Granted, she doesn't get it too often because Gambit is still just permabanned.
Yes.
Do you think she's like brawl or die? Like, I feel like it still really hasn't been decided.
It's really a mix. I think if she has team up, she can dive a lot easier. But if she doesn't, she can just do a little bit more brawl and poke. And this might be a hot take. I don't know who the rogue players are. But for tanks that don't have abilities that she can steal, those are the better options.
Really?
You still get the HP, and you get your shift back, which is her most broken ability.
I see what you're saying. Okay. And I think her ult definitely is like one of the best parts of her kit too. A very unique part. But it's very frustrating as a support player when I want to like they pop like a hella ult. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pop mine, and then Rogue jumps on me and ults, and it's like, well, suddenly I no longer have my ultimate. I'm fucked, It is so frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put her. I actually have no clue. I'm thinking
I think low
B. Okay. All right.
She's strong.
I'll take your word on that just because I don't have too much knowledge. So. And then final tank, we have Tankpool, who I want to say I don't know if tank or support is the best form. It's really close. They're both quite good. I just think I feel like Tankpool suffers from a similar issue as Thor, where he just feels like a bulky DPS.
I would say once it gets like, I'll say it's a long game, it is so hard to kill Tank Deadpool. Throws his I think it's his right click. I don't know. I don't play
the
him
shield
on himself. Yeah. And then he pops ult, and he's just getting all this HP, and it's just like impossible to kill him.
Yeah, the ultimate isn't like is the one thing that I don't fully understand. Like I understand the support one, but the DPS and the tank one kind of confuse me a little bit because I don't really know what they do.
Yeah.
But his I think it's his E that allows him to shoot at like an increased rate it is wild. That it does so much damage, especially when you do the gun upgrade. This is another one where I really don't know where to place him because I just don't have the time on him. I kind of want to.
It's just hard to say. I would say like B, like maybe above cap.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him like here for now, and this is just mainly because it's still so early. He might be way better or way worse, but we just don't know.
Yeah.
And it's hard because unlike other characters, it's like I'm fighting with 3 Deadpools to get him, you know? I have to fight with people who want to play support pool and DPS pool. On top of, having, maybe 2 other tanks. So it's just harder.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for our tanks. On to our DPS. We got Black Panther, who did get some buffs this season, but I still think he is the worst dive character in the game.
Yes, I think I can agree there. I was playing some Jeff this season, which he's a 250 HP, and when I had to go against BP, I was getting cooked. I don't know if there's a new combo, because I don't play him, but against 250s, he's still...
Well, they increase the amount of damage that his spear does, so that probably has a little bit to do with it. And then they made it so that he gets that damage reduction on his ultimate, but I mean, his ultimate is still just very underwhelming.
Yeah.
And then his team up with Hulk is also just, I mean, it's not bad. I think it's better than the Magic team up from the past, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's that good.
I call me crazy, but with the cloak buffs too, I think he's an F. You can't dive a cloak anymore.
F? I don't know. I was thinking low C.
Okay.
But
I mean, I'll take it. I guess it's. I just think that you get more value playing literally any other dive.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. Any other dive is better, depending. Spider-Man, But
yeah. All right. Black Widow. The poor Black Widow players are in shambles right now after everything that has happened.
yes.
They are in shambles. And you cannot play Black Widow right now without getting just absolutely braided.
Yeah.
And I honestly hope that this gives the devs a reason to just change this character up. Whether it be buffing her or just a complete rework.
Yeah, I agree there.
But aside from that, I mean, her character kit is just very mid. She can be really strong with a damage boost, as everyone knows, but you just get like 2 or 3 dive characters, and her one kick is not doing it. Like she has
Even
2
though
abilities.
Her kick is one of the best abilities in the game.
I mean, it is for shutting down, like a solo dive.
One
but,
dive,
yeah. If you get, a Spider-Man, a Cap, and, like a Daredevil, it's over. She's done.
Yeah.
Now, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, we got Hawkeye, who has just been a menace. I think it's very dumb for there to be one-shot mechanics in a game like this. And for a while, I thought Hawkeye's was fine because it was a projectile and it felt like it took skill until I started playing Hawkeye myself. And then I realized that there is so much forgiveness in that projectile.
Yes, there is so much. The hitbox from a headshot, you could... Sometimes I'll see my arrow, I'm like, that should not have counted as a headshot. And
Yeah.
Just killed.
Yeah, and they die, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Like, I'll take it. His ultimate is dumb, just dumb.
Lasts way too long, way too much damage.
The only thing with it is it does have quite a big charge up time.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless you hit your shots, you get that pretty fast.
yeah. I'm on the verge of saying he's probably like an S tier character.
I would say he's S. So
Yeah, you have to like change your whole comp around. You need like double shield, or Groot is really good into him, luckily, but he's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like we alluded to earlier for tanks like Thing and Thor. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
And then we got Hela, the other poke demon.
Yeah. Not much there.
This character doesn't see the light of day. She gets banned. They did kind of like indirectly nerf her with the Namor team up, but not really, because she's still just a strong character on her own. So
Yeah.
there's no damage fall off like whatsoever. I don't know how you make this character just not busted, but like I'm thinking back, like they've given her a lot of unnecessary buffs. Like they changed her ammo count from 8 to 10, like unnecessary. Reduced her stun cooldown, unnecessary. Given her overshield with her shift, that one I kind of agree with, but
It pops instantly.
like
Yeah.
I feel like with all of these utility buffs, they should have just like
Nerf the damage a little bit.
yeah. But I did see a take online that I agreed with quite a bit. Instead of it, I think that she should keep her long range capabilities, but she should have damage fall off at short range. So like if she's getting dove, she should do less damage.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a pretty interesting way to go about it, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
Up next, we have Iron Fist, who did get buffs doing a little bit more damage this season, and they also increased the duration of his block, which has helped him quite a bit. I feel like I've seen a bit more Iron Fist around.
Broken character, by the
Why
way.
do you say that?
Yeah, tanks, especially against Angela, one of the best characters to play into Angela. Every third, fourth kick,
Third
can
or
just stop
fourth,
her
yeah.
flight. Yeah, and then I like playing Thor. When I get an Iron Fist on me, it's like, oh,
Yeah, that percentage damage really adds up. And his ultimate, I used to sleep on it. It scares the shit out of me now.
yeah,
It does so much damage, and the fact that it does AoE is wild.
Mhm.
Like you group up and he is knocking the whole team down. I've seen an Iron Fist shred rocket amplifiers too with their ultimate. Like
they don't even need ultimate if they're just in their fast punching mode.
Yeah.
that thing still gets shredded.
question. He's a percentage like based hero. Does it do percent to the like does it work like that for the amplifier?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, I believe. With how fast he rakes it.
Yeah, true. I think I'm between A and B.
I think all in all, he has his struggles with just killing in general. Like healers looking at you can't really kill. Tanks, it depends how good the heals are. So I would put him B.
Yeah, I think if you want to be a good Iron Fist, like you really have to like. I don't want to say it'd be a one trick, but you need to invest a lot of time into Iron Fist to really get the most out of him. Iron Man.
Huh.
This character, he's something.
He is.
His hitbox is so big and his movement is so ass, but left unchecked, he's annoying as fuck.
Mm-hmm. He's so countered by Magneto, but if the enemy team doesn't have a Magneto, that's like free support ults that he can kill through with his ult.
Yeah. He does also get shut down by things like Hela, Phoenix, Hawkeye. His biggest advantage is that he, like, in the lower ranks, people just don't look up. You know, he's a flyer that just sits high, and I also think his kit just generally is very underwhelming. Like, his missiles are a useless ability, and then he has his shift for movement, and then his E just makes him do like more
A lot of
damage. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it is a lot of damage, but it's like he just lacks any like X. Oop, well, okay. I mean, that's not a wrong take. I won't disagree with that. But there's no skill expression, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I would say I want to put him down with BP, man.
I do. I think he's above him.
I do think he's above him. I do agree. I won't lie. I've had my eyes opened up to Magic recently, with this whole Kingsman situation.
Yeah, that's a strong character right there.
It really, really is. And I mean, I've always kind of respected Magic a little bit, but she's definitely like she's more brawl than dive, so I've never had to fear her like too much as a support. But her ult is like the one thing that really scares me. The fact that she can one shot any support out of ult, with the right combo, or just get a little bit of team support, like a damage boost from anything. And
dare I say a meta character?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd put her in S, but I definitely think she's an A tier.
Yeah, I can see that.
She has been untouched pretty much like since the game came out too. Like she really hasn't gotten much in terms of nerfs or buffs. Like she lost her team up and gained the Strange team up was huge for her. I know,
and now that Strange is buffed.
Yeah, and then they made it so that her right click pierces and she gets her shifts or not. Yeah, her shift back quicker for it. But aside from that, I mean, I think that's usually like a good. That shows a good character design that you're not having to change much about them, Yeah. Moon Knight. Dude has been on the up since this game came out.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, he did start off pretty strong because his ultimate was just stupid for a while. But once they figured that out, he disappeared for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But giving him the double right click, and then he got the anchor bonus from being in the Blade team up. Really good Groot counter, really good triple support counter. And you can combo Moon Knight with so much as well.
So much.
You can combo it with Groot, with Angela, with Strange, with Thing.
You can use it on amplifiers.
Yep. Even I've seen Punisher all. That's a big one.
Punisher all.
I think that the one issue is that Moon Knight just has the worst survivability. Worst. I had a Moon Knight with like 21 deaths last night, and I was so mad. He was like 37 and 21. I'm like, dude, how? It's like the next highest deaths on the team is like 13.
Yeah.
It's because those Moon Knight, any character, it's Moon Knights and Hawkeyes. When they get low health, for some reason, they decide to double jump in the air. Like, why are you putting yourself in the middle of nowhere? Like, everyone's going to look at you, buddy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm between low A and high B.
This is a tough one.
Because to a degree, you are just feeding ult charge with this character. Like, I got my cloak ult in the first, 30 seconds of a match last night because of a Moon Knight.
I say if he's unchecked, he could be, almost S. But if somebody's looking at him, paying attention to where he's positioning, I would put him in B.
So I think we meet in the middle and put him in A.
I would agree.
I do think he's below Magic. I think Magic just has a little more consistency. Namor got some crazy changes this season. They did nerf his team up quite a lot, but his neutral play was made so much better. Making his squid cooldown from 12 to 10 seconds feels like something that should have happened seasons ago.
Yeah.
What else was the other change? Oh, they just made more health, more damage. That was it.
I would say this is one of the first seasons you can play Namor without the team up.
Yeah, he's not a team up merchant for once. I still don't think he's an S tier. Okay, I think he's an S tier character with team up, but I would say he's A on his own.
I would agree with that one.
And I don't want to take team ups like too much into account, so I think we just put him in A.
Yeah.
I think he's about the same as Moon Knight. I think they're pretty interchangeable. Their alts are very similar as well, except you can get some like good value out of Namor alt, like just on your own. Like if you line like up like with Cloak, sometimes I get scared as fuck when I'm on my last dash and I see that Namor alt pop up, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta back up. I'm in the circle.
Can't fade it.
No, not at all.
Fake it.
That's one of the best things is no movement. If not, that alt would be so bad. I feel like I have seen a lot less Psylocke this season than in the past, but they did not change her at all.
They did not.
And
People are just learning. Stack that alt, survive.
yeah, that is a big part of it. Her neutral is also gotten just worse and worse over time. Like she is just an alt farmer.
And ever since Loki has been back up and playable, his runes just saves it. So
Yeah.
has to do a lot of work to force him out, and if he has them, she just gets no ult.
And then, like, with Invis being strong, it's so easy for Invis and another support to patty cake because she just throws her shield up in between the two of them, and they can, for the most part, live. And then with the cloak bubble now, too, that also gives a lot more survivability with that burst healing. I'd still say that Psylocke's an A-tier character, though. I don't think she's S anymore, just from her surroundings, but I think she's, like, top of A. Like, I'd put her above Magic.
Yeah.
Wanda. That
character's broken, right?
For a short period in 5.5, and I mean a couple hours, she was bugged, and it made her actually good. And I think Flats said it best. They should update it and make Wanda in that broken state again, but just have a hotfix ready in case it's just too much. Because, I don't know, I think that getting her right clicks faster really isn't that big of a deal. Like, she needs it. She's ass. They buffed her stun. That was a huge buff for her.
Good buff. Yep.
But you are never not going to be let down by this character's ult. It's good, but it's so inconsistent. Like, the most inconsistent ult in the game.
So easy to stun.
Yep. The only time that you really see it used successfully, I think there's two scenarios. One, to cancel a support ult, like a Luna, because, she can't freeze you.
Yeah.
Or a Cloak, because, she's locked into her movement. Or the way better option is TP. But
yeah,
you're on a 3-minute cooldown for a TP, so it's just not reliable. Where do you put her? Where would you?
I'm being honest. She's C, but I think she is better than Iron Man.
I do think she is better than Iron Man, and honestly, she's really good at countering like dive with it being stronger, like Spider-Man BP. It almost wants me to put her like low B, like just for that one little niche of stopping it.
I hate how Spider-Man can
stop her
get Cloak and Wanda through their like phases.
Oh yeah, it is frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Spider-Man,
and then she just pulls you out.
True. Speaking of Spider-Man, where did all the Spider-Man players come from? Like, they were gone for seasons, and they have all crawled out of the woodwork recently. Like, every single game.
He's getting a new skin. Gotta come back.
Granted, I do think he's in one of the better spots that he's been in. But it's just one of those things where, same with Venom, you can't dive alone. You can't. They gave him a new team up this season, which I think helped him a little bit, but the pairing just doesn't. It's not a good pairing,
Yeah.
Because if you have a Penny with Spider-Man, you typically need a better front line, which then means you don't have dive. So, yeah, like, it just... I think in, like, a team comp sense, it makes 0 sense for this team up to exist.
Yeah.
I'd say he goes alongside Iron Fist, probably above.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking the exact same thing.
His pull is just always going to be the best part of his kit. His ult is very counterable. So it's strong, but very counterable.
Yeah. Do you think Spider-Man should have CC immunity in his ult?
No.
No?
No.
Or what Hulk has. Be froze and slapped, but can't get pushed or anything.
I think it would help him, but I feel like the only scenario that helps him is against Invis. There's no really other... Because it's not like an Emma's going to kick him away, you know?
I mean...
At that point, you would just choke him.
Yeah, well, maybe you need your choke to get back, and then you can, but...
Squirrel Girl. I feel like I've been seeing a bit more of her lately, but she's just not consistent.
No, she's really good at breaking through those little tunnel chokes, but after that, you're beating support ults.
Yeah, I played with Treetop Menace this morning. By the way, they have like 400 hours on Squirrel Girl. They said, wild to me. But they even admitted themselves that you have to have very good target prioritization with Squirrel Girl in the high ranks to get use. Otherwise, you are just feeding support. Like, he admitted that himself.
Yeah.
I would say he's a C. Like, Squirrel Girl C. Like, I don't know.
I was thinking bottom B.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm looking at C, and, I think in low ranks, she's really good. Because, not much thinking you got to do there.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're really struggling with, like, Groot... Like, I've been seeing a lot of Groot plus Thing combos for some reason. I feel like that like, Squirrel Girl, that she loves that, She'll eat that up. So, okay. Her ult, though, is just so bad. I will say, for some reason, people have not been breaking it recently. I don't know if it's because a lot of dive players are on, a lot of brawl, but dude, that shit has just been running free lately.
Yeah, Tippy Toe got to get the job done.
Star-Lord, easy S tier. They have not changed this character, and he's just so strong.
I've been seeing a lot less Star-Lord, though, to be fair, I would say.
I have as well, but I don't think it changes like how strong he is. His ultimate is stupid, especially you combo that with Gambit, and it is over. Yeah. His E gets him that ult very quickly. He has getting the overshield off his right clicks with on top of just being invulnerable for that moment helps a lot. And really the only thing that counters him is like Magneto, like truly.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, you just got to bait out the support ults is like the main thing with Star-Lord. Yeah. Storm has always just been such a slept-on character.
I agree.
Since the game came out. I would say she's like Moon Knight level. Like she's like an A tier, maybe below.
Yeah,
Namor.
I'd say below Namor, yeah.
She's one of the best characters at breaking spawn holds, especially alongside Squirrel Girl. You just damage boost and you do so much. Her ult is pretty good, and Jeff Nato is still a really strong team up, especially if you get rid of things like Phoenix. I would just say like her one downside is her movement is like kind of sucks. Like her E or like not her E, but her just normal like field, it does increase her movement speed, but it's just like when you compare it to other flyers like Ultron, Iron Man, and Torch, like she's slow as fuck. Like, you can get her, she gets caught out really easily if not paying attention.
Yeah. Did she get buffed, or was that also part of the fake one?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. Let me look it up because I can't recall. Balance changes. She was unchanged according to the wiki.
Unchanged. Okay.
So the last thing she got was in season 5. They made her thunder from 10 to 12 in the passive and 12 to 15 when she uses the ability, like the boost.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, still, I think she's.
Oh yeah. I don't think that changes anything. All right, we got Punisher. He feels like he's in a weird spot because he's very. Now I wouldn't say he's very counterable, but like his counters are very good into him. But if people don't swap to them, you kind of get shit on.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a Magneto into a Punisher.
Yeah, he's in a weird spot right now.
Like his ult is good enough to where he can rip through support ults, but he's also very squishy in it. He's a very big hitbox. As we alluded to earlier, like Moon Knight can ult him. He's very slow. Hawkeye can headshot him. I mean, those are the main. Like Hela would pick him really quickly, So, I want to put him at a Storm level, but I also feel like he could be like a high B tier. I feel like he fits more in A though than he does in B.
I was thinking high B, the best B.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can see it. I agree. It's his hitbox is just too big. That's like the main thing. Which I don't think they should. I don't think they should make it smaller by any means. It's just kind of a flaw with the character.
Yeah.
Is it a crazy take to say Bucky has fallen off a little bit? I think he's still an S tier character, but like I just don't see him as much anymore.
That is a hot take. Broken character. Remove the grounding. Let me play Thor in peace.
But hey, I didn't say he's bad. I just said I don't see him as much.
Broken character. I can't stand Bucky's. Especially getting overshielded after just casting the ability, not even having to hit it.
I think that's one thing they should change is he has to, except maybe the E, like he has to land the hook, he has to land the uppercut. The fact that he can hook, can't he hook like up to like 3 people at a time if they're?
I think he can hook everybody if he really wants.
Which is just wild. That should not be the case. He should only be able to hook one person. And I would keep the grounded effect in exchange for only one person being hooked. I can deal with that, I think. But it's the worst. There's been so many times where I've seen my tank get Bucky grabbed, then uppercutted behind, and then like invis pulled into like Angela grabbed it. It's like all right, bye. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck going back to the spawn room. And then it's all if he gets going, it's just he rolls the whole team, like literally like that.
Yeah.
And if you have don't even get me started. If you have a Loki, quit playing Loki into Bucky. If you're a Loki player and you see a Bucky, fucking turn your ass around and walk back to the spawn room. Just do everyone a favor, please.
I say now that's a hot take. I think.
Really?
I don't. It's like say he ults one of your clones. If he just hits a clone and hits nothing else, he's essentially wasting his ult.
Well, I'm not like
now he's forced to keep popping it, even if there's nothing there.
Okay, yeah, but you're thinking in a sense where if he pops it first, like say you pop it and he kills like a DPS, right? And then we pop a support ult. Well, he can just instead of letting his ult waste, kill a Loki clone real quick, and now you have another 10 seconds. You can just wait out that support ult now.
That's true.
That's where I'm thinking.
die first. But it's weird though. I'm pretty sure Cloak and Dagger all heals Loki clones, but the other support ults don't.
We might have to test that.
Yeah, they're. I'm pretty sure one of them heals Loki clone.
Interesting. All right, up next we got Wolverine, and they reverted like a season or two ago. They reverted all the changes to like his shift and stuff, and it made him way better. And they buffed his ultimate too.
And his damage, I think his percentage damage.
Yep. And then obviously, as we've talked about with Angela, being a displacement character is just so strong.
Automatic A.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I would say he's like between Psylocke and Magic.
Yeah.
The only thing is that if they like swap their tanks around, like you do lose a lot of value. But even then, I mean, his ult's so strong. Like I've seen him grab like invises and like invises and cloaks out of their ults too, and then the team just shreds them. So you don't even have to have tanks to necessarily get value.
I would say a good nerf for him is he can't get his rage off of like shields anymore, or when getting shot, he shouldn't get it.
Yeah, there's been times where I've had wolves be like, "Don't break that Loki clone," because they just sit there and farm it to keep their charge up.
I do that on Emma as well.
Yeah. Mr. Fantastic, my boy.
Here you go.
Dude, the buffs to him were one of the best things that could have happened. It just gives him so much more survivability, and it also just helps the supports out a lot too. Very similar to like Captain America, where he just really hard to kill. But his damage does lack at times in terms of individual damage. Grouped up, he does. Arguably, he can do more than Moon Knight. I mean, I've had games where I have like 60,000 damage on Mr. Fantastic, just because they were playing so grouped up. His ult, though, is just... Unless you're in a room or you're comboing, it's bad.
Yeah, I would also say he struggles into Groot thing. Just these tanks that have so much survivability.
Yeah, and heavy poke. Heavy poke's really bad. But he loves dive, which with dive being better, it is good for him. I would say he's kind of like in a here ballpark.
Yeah. I would say Iron Fist is above him.
Yeah, I would say he's like here.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone who I have 70 hours on Fantastic Plus. Like I love that character so much. I just think that he just needs a little, like, and I understand why he doesn't have damage. It's the same reason Cap doesn't have damage. They're very high sustain characters, so you can't give them everything, but he just needs a little more. Johnny Storm. This dude has just been all over the place. He went from the worst character in the game to server admin for seasons to then falling off again, and now he's kind of just in between.
He's back a little bit.
I don't see him often, and it's just like when you do have him, he's nowhere near as oppressive as he used to be.
He just has so much downtime now between his abilities.
Yeah.
But he's still good because he can still like weave your shots. It's so hard to hit him still.
Oh yeah, I would say I want to say like high B. I don't think he's an A tier character. Like I would put him like here.
Yep.
I don't have much of an opinion just because I've seen like 2 torches all season, like genuinely. Like I think you just get more value just going like anything above him, literally anything, like even Storm if you want to play a flyer. Easy S tier right here. I would say, yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, that's a good spot. She counters hella alt, so
she counters
better, right?
counters hella alt. She counters Rocket hard. She counters like everything, man. Like let's just be honest here.
Combo with everything.
Yeah, the Mag Phoenix combo is disgusting. It terrifies me as a support player. Like I pop my Luna alt and I hear "You are nothing, fear Magneto," and I know I'm dead. Because she's gonna rip the overshield off of me, and he is going to just dunk on my forehead.
If you're playing Magneto, you would have to get a perfect timing where the Phoenix ult hits and then bubble, and
yeah, it breaks all shields too, which is just it's good. That's good. Her survivability is crazy with getting passive healing from hitting her shots, while also having her little like teleportation that is just really good. Like way better than Phoenix or than Hellabird. I mean, And, she can be 1 HP. That's like the big difference between her and Hela, too. Hela can be 1 HP, pop her ult. She comes out of that at 1 HP. Phoenix, though, she gets a full new HP bar.
And she can heal herself for every burst she gets, every spark.
Yep.
That blows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Blade. And they did some crazy changes to him this season. They essentially, just to explain it easily, they swapped the effects of his shift between his sword and his gun. So the gun used to anti-heal, and the sword would slow. Now the gun slows, and the sword anti-heals.
Yeah.
And I think it makes him a lot more of a brawl character, and I think he's very good into doing that into the tanks. But I've heard from a lot of Blade mains that they are not a fan of the changes.
Yeah.
So, but from playing him myself, I think they're really good. So
I've been enjoying him more as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen him too much. His ult is good. Just it's one of those ones like Moon Knight where you really need to pair it with something, or just need to be in an enclosed area to get a lot of value from it.
Because they can just move out of it so easily.
So easily. And if you want to get the most range of it, the charge up does take a little bit of time. So
yeah, gives him more time to react.
I would say he's just somewhere in this vicinity.
I would probably put him between Fantastic Iron Fist.
Yeah, I see that. They made his lifesteal quite a little bit better too, but it's just you still can't really sustain yourself too good off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, up next we have Daredevil, who did get some nerfs, but this dude is still strong. I don't think he's server admin necessarily anymore, but I would still consider him an S tier hero.
I would say he's bottom of S.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking. I think them making it so that he gains less fury when specifically grappling to walls was a good change, because all of his abilities are tied to that. Granted, if he still uses his shift on a person, he gains 2. I did make sure that was a distinct difference.
Yeah.
So, but you usually use that to get out. So, I think maybe they should have made it his F only gives 1, because that's the real,
Yeah, that's how he gets in.
Yeah. And for our final DPS, we have Deadpool, which is arguably the worst Deadpool form, right?
I think the tank just does what DPS Deadpool wants to do, but just better with more HP.
Yeah, the firing should have the increased firing rate really should have been on the DPS form.
It really should have.
But this is also going to be a case of just we haven't experienced this character enough. But I think I can very confidently say if you're going to run Deadpool, you need to run either other form.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put him though? I think because of the fact that you would run either other form, I want to put him at top of C.
I was thinking top of C, bottom of B.
Okay, cool. Glad we agree on that one, because yeah, it's just a little lackluster.
Yeah.
On to our supports here. Poor Adam Warlock has just gotten shafted repeatedly, man. They tried for a little while to buff him, and then they buffed everything else.
Yeah.
I think he still has his niches, but if I'm running triple support, I would rather have an Ultron or a Mantis.
He's just really good into those goats comps where they waste their ults and then you just res everybody back up.
Yeah, that's the one niche, but I want to say he's C tier.
Yeah.
I would rather have any other support. Hot take, Cloak and Dagger is S tier now.
S tier?
I think Cloak and Dagger is the new Invis.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Because, hear me out, okay? This character is now undiveable. Undiveable. She went from being the biggest dive target to just non-existent. And let me explain. So I start getting dove. I throw my right click on the ground. All right, I instantly get 60 health plus healing over time. Okay, I then swap to cloak and I fade. Typically, by time I am leaving cloak fade, I have about 1 to 2 seconds left on my bubble. By the time I drop, because when I cloak, I just float in the air. By the time I drop on the ground again, I got that bubble again, ready to go. Boom, I'm surviving.
Yeah.
On top of that, the double wall, whether it's using the 2 lights or the 2 debuffs, just it's so good. I'm either keeping my team alive for way longer, or we are melting the enemies.
Mm-hmm. I think my biggest problem with her is her burst healing. Like when I'm playing just Magneto or something, like yeah, she has her walls that are good now, but say she's like paired with an off support, that's where she struggles. When you don't have one healer to do big bursts at a time.
Yeah, but that right click gave her like the burst that she needed.
Yeah, but if
opinion.
she's using it on her, say she's also getting died, then it becomes like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's definitely like cooldown management. But I still think she's like, I'm not out here saying she's better than Gambit or anything, you know. But I think she's an S tier character in her own right. I do.
Okay.
I just think the only real downside is that her ult can be countered a little too easily.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the only thing dropping her to A, in my opinion. Is that like I have to fear Hawkeye, Mag, and Punisher. Those are the big 3. Yeah, DD's still S, just barely though. Like he's definitely like, because we are ranking these in order. Granted, like within their role, we're putting them in order. I'm not gonna go through and try to sort. Oh well, this DPS is better than this tank. That is way too much work. Anyways, up next we have Jeff, and this poor guy saw the meta for like half a season and then disappeared.
Yeah.
The way I look at Jeff is very similar to Penny, where if you get a Jeff one trick, they're really good. Their ults can be like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard nom nom nom, and so I'm sitting there paying attention, and all of a sudden the Jeff is above me and eats me.
Yeah.
That is the most frustrating mechanic in this game.
Yeah. How good do you think Jeff would be if they reverted his ult to it has infinite air range?
I think it would make him really good again.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of characters
in the air
just go
strange.
Yeah.
Or gone, unless you like get out, but that's a lot more difficult. Rockets usually go up, Gambits go up.
Yeah, that exactly. Psylocke.
Yeah. Iron Man's, you get the flyers again.
But as is, I would say he's like, I want to put him in B. Yeah, I don't want to say he's not Adam level. Poor Adam. Up next we have Loki, and they helped this character out quite a bit. When they nerfed him, they nerfed this dude into. I've never seen them kill a character as much as they killed Loki. When they did all, like, his clones became useless pretty much for a while there. Made his alt charge get so slow. But I think that Loki just there's an inherent problem with Loki's character design in the sense of if there's any other support that's broken, Loki is broken.
Yeah.
And we've seen that twice now with the Luna Loki meta and the Gambit Loki meta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're just like in Gambit Loki, for example, if you don't have a Loki but you have a Gambit, you just have to ban it.
Yeah, you're at a disadvantage if the enemy team has it and you don't. It's rough.
Yeah.
His shift is so good. He has really good survivability if you know how to play him. I think he's still an S tier support.
Yep.
Definitely above Cloak and Dagger for sure.
Yep.
Luna Snow. I say by 6.5 they're buffing her again. I'm calling it now. They love this character so much, especially with them announcing this whole like event just for her birthday. Wild. Wild.
And another 2 skins.
Yeah. The Self Snowflake, I do think was a very necessary buff to help her survivability. Um, Getting that passive, like the little bit of passive healing, isn't bad, but I don't know where I'd put her. The freeze too. The freeze change was very good for her.
Yeah.
I'd say she's A. I can't put her below. I don't think. Like, she just does so much damage, so much healing. It's just her one downside is that if there's multiple dive characters, like, she only has the one freeze.
Her ult charge is still a little bit of a slide.
Yeah, I do think when they increased or decreased the duration, they should have decreased the needed charge a little bit, but
Yeah.
Mantis is really growing on me. I'm putting her A tier.
Ooh,
Above.
Bottom of S.
Ooh, okay. I take that.
Yep.
I think that in the right 2 support comps, it is very much like it can work.
I was thinking more triple support. Being able to just dish out, even if you only have 1 DPS, 2 tanks, or 1 tank 2, those damage boosts, they sound like, but it does so much.
Oh, it does. But I also think that we have kind of gotten back to a level, at least in the higher ranks, where it is manageable to play her in 2 support comps. I mean, I see it actually a lot more now. And it depends on who your other healer is. Like, you definitely need something like an Invis, or I would say even, like, kind of to a degree, Cloak can, or a Rocket, but you can't do, like, a Gambit Mantis. Like, Gambit Mantis wouldn't really work too well.
No,
Yeah. Her ult is good, but it's not like it's not to the same level as like an Invis or a Luna. The movement speed is probably the best part of it for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, poor Rocket caught the craziest stray this season. Like, he did not need that movement nerf.
Deserved.
He did have a high win rate. And I think with them removing the team up, like, it kind of drops, like, with Penny, it kind of drops him to A. His ult gets broken really quickly a lot of times, unless you have, like, really good placement on it. But even then, there's things like Phoenix that just break it for free.
But unfortunately, he still does have a thing called a revive.
Yep. The revive is always going to be the best part of his kit. I mean, just giving anyone the chance to come back is, it's just huge. It makes it a 7v6 essentially at times.
Yeah, and these Rockets, they're getting creative with where they're putting these sometimes.
They are. I saw some crazy clips on TikTok of a dude. It was like, this is what happens when you put 200 hours on Rocket. And I was like, I didn't even know you could throw it up there.
Yeah.
Inviswoman is still an S tier character.
Yep.
Even after. I'd put her above Loki. Her push-pull is just too strong. I was talking with some guys in game last night, and, like, 8-second cooldown for that is just way too short. Like, it needs to be at least 10. And then between all of the, like, it's just, if you compare her to Luna, like, Luna was server admin because of her ultimate, but that was really it. Versus, like, Inviswoman is just so, like, she has that same high healing that Luna had, but with infinitely more utility. Like, you have the push-pull, you have the shift, and then don't even get me started on all of the different slow effects from her shield and her ultimate. Watching an Angela fly in or out of a Sue ultimate is hilarious because
And not getting healed.
they become a snail.
Yeah,
and then just being able to put the shield on anyone with, snap of your finger.
I was gonna say they did nerf the self shield by half, but that just turned her from godlike to S tier. Like.
Yeah, like, you can actually kill her now. She's not 1v1ing everybody. Yeah. Ultron. They helped him quite a bit. The two drones were good with the enhance. I'd say he's top of B.
Okay, I was thinking bottom of A. I think every support.
I think the only problem with him is just the heavy poke being as strong as it is. You have to really position yourself in a like a good spot and just be aware of what's going on around you. So it's not as easy to throw out there. But he gets his ult so fast, and it heals really well. And like I've actually found that you can combo his ult like pretty decently with like Groot, for example. Just so much damage.
Even I was running the Gambit Ultron, and I was the Ultron, and those two together are.
I could see that being really powerful. Yeah. Except you use 2 support ults though, and
Yeah,
but
I mean most people use them.
Yeah.
Yes, anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Gambit, this dude is
That's
still so strong.
Nope.
No. We're still putting him here.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh.
It's just the ultimate, man. I mean, there's just nothing you
Dude,
can do.
I don't know why they didn't increase the ult charge. Like, tell me why Luna's ult costs more. Like, it's really not fair at this point. They nerfed his survivability, which was needed, I would say, but it didn't really fix the issues with his kit.
And they did decrease his healing with his E as well a little bit.
A little bit, but I don't notice it that much. You really only notice it when it's like not many people. Like if it's you and one other person, you notice it. But if you're in a big if it's a fresh team fight, you don't notice.
Any coordinated team with a Gambit ult can kill through another support ult.
Yeah. Everyone just starts targeting one person and it's over. I even like as you said, like popping like Cloak ult or like Luna ult, it feels like a big risk. Especially because if you pair Gambit with anything, like Phoenix, Psylocke, like any of these S tier heroes, they just it's over.
He goes in anti-heals. Yep.
Yeah. All right, and for our final hero, we have Support Pool, which
the most annoying.
Yeah, he gets his ult really quick. I'm gonna put a bottom of A.
Yeah.
I haven't played him too much. Like I just haven't played Deadpool. I'll be real.
Neither have I. It's way too much for me.
It is. It really is. But I've heard from a few. I played with a Lord Support Pool last night, and he said once you get those upgrades going, it's pretty good. But yeah. One F tier character is wild. I'm surprised we got away with that.
Yeah,
dude. Everything's just really good right now. I mean, I think the S tier. Granted, I would say maybe one of those being Cloak. It may be Mantis could be like dropped, but like there's just way too many good characters. Like they need to figure something out. And like it has been the same 6 DPS forever. Like
When is my main man Squirrel Girl gonna be an S tier character?
Yeah, come on, give me a Blade meta.
Oh, I can see that coming.
But that is your Season 6 tier list. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And we did this live on Twitch, so follow me there. But that's about it. See you guys later. Peace.